It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Thursday, the 18th of July. I'm Michael Groff. We've got a few showers and thunderstorms out there across the area this morning, creeping in from the south, and that will continue for the next couple of hours. But otherwise, we expect kind of a carbon copy of what we've been seeing the last few days. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky and hot temperatures once again well above average this afternoon. That will continue tomorrow and heading into the weekend. Now, one thing that is going to be changing over time is that chances of showers and thunderstorms will increase, especially later this weekend and for at least the first half of next week. Temperatures, they're going to continue to climb until about Saturday or so. And then we should see a gradual downtrend in afternoon highs, maybe getting closer to normal by next week. All right, a lot going on out there. Let's talk about it. The almanac from yesterday, 111 degrees, the afternoon high. 90 was the morning low. 107 and 85 are the averages for this time of year. As we take a look outside right now, this is looking toward the west, and you can see there's some rain coming down there over parts of the West Valley. Here at Studio B in Avondale, we've got some thunder and a little bit of light rain out there. And currently at Sky Harbor, 95 degrees presently. I believe the low temperature officially so far, 93. Yuck. Dew points at 59, humidity 30%, a calm wind at the moment. Barometer is rising. Here's the current radar across the area, and you can see these showers and thunderstorms, they developed along a fast-moving gravity wave that's traversed across south-central Arizona. And so that has sparked off a few of these storms, feeding off some of that latent heat that we have here in the valley and a little bit of moisture. So showers, storms out there. These will continue again through 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. We don't expect this to continue all day, but a few storms, mostly just thunder, lightning, and some very light rain. We don't expect any really meaningful rain for the most part. But a brief heavy downpour can always be expected out of the strongest storms, especially again for the West Valley. All right, the upper level weather pattern across the nation, kind of interesting. We've got a trough that persists in the east, and that's pushing its surface boundaries south and eastward. And you can clearly see that on the water vapor view here. Out here in the west, there's a ridge of high pressure that's sitting just to the north of us along the Arizona-Utah border. The flow aloft is more or less east, southeasterly, southerly from time to time. And so monsoon moisture is around. There's not an abundance of it. But the reason we haven't had more scattered to numerous storms is because this high is fairly strong. It's rather close to us. And we have quite a bit of warm air in the mid and upper levels. And that's sort of kept a cap on things, especially here in the south central deserts. But even over the mountains, thunderstorms have not been nearly as widespread as they could otherwise be. Now, that ridge is going to continue to drift to the west over the next couple of days. The flow aloft will become more northeasterly with time, and that will serve to push showers and storms that develop over the higher terrain toward the lower deserts. We'll talk about all of that in a moment. The watch warning map, things have quieted down for the east. Now, out here in the west, of course, we still have a number of heat warnings. Those extend from the Pacific Northwest through the Treasure Valley of Idaho, around Boise. They could see temperatures pushing up toward 108 degrees over the next few days. For us in the southwest, yes, an excessive heat warning here for the Phoenix area. That's in effect from 10 a.m. Friday through 8 p.m. Saturday. Now, even before that, for today, it's still going to be hot. This is a National Weather Service criteria deal where temperatures fall into a certain range for a certain period of time, and that's why they issue these. But nevertheless, hot is just going to be the bottom line for the forecast period, okay? At least through probably Saturday, Sunday, and even next week, temperatures will lower, but it's not going to become some sort of comfortable environment out there. We're not going to expect any sort of Arctic blast anytime soon. Convective outlook for today, we have a risk of severe storms for parts of the Carolinas, Virginia, as well as the Western Plains, and out over parts of Montana. Here in Arizona, we're in the green. Thunderstorms are possible. The risk is really quite low across the southwest and even south central deserts, outside of a few storms this morning and an isolated storm this afternoon. The bulk of the storms that do develop, widely scattered though they may be, will be over the higher terrain. And here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Thursday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix generally around 1/10 of an inch. We could see anywhere from 1 to 2 inches over the favored upslope areas of the Rim, eastern mountains, parts of southeast Arizona. But whenever we show you this map, what do I always tell you? Your amount will vary. Thunderstorms in the monsoon season can be quite an interesting deal. I mean, one neighborhood can get 2 inches of rain, and just down the street, you get nothing. And that's how it goes. I mean, even this morning, some of you are like, what are you talking about? Thunder, lightning, rain. I'm not getting any of that. We got some sun here. So, that's what's going on. Speaking of what's going on, let's see what the future may hold. What's going on with this weather pattern in more detail? To talk about that, we explore the models, see what they say. Here we go. The GFS, this is the 06Z run, and it's valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. High pressure continues to be the dominant feature out here across the western states, and so what it means for us down at the surface for the rest of the day today. Partly sunny this morning, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, we'll turn mostly sunny as we go through the day. And high temperatures this afternoon, they're going to be hot. Okay, 109 to 114 is what we're expecting. Now, that's not going to be record-breaking, but certainly that's above average. And with the added low to moderate humidity, it's just going to feel really uncomfortable out there. Those of you that see rain this morning, that will clear up over the next couple of hours in all probability. Now, widely scattered showers and storms will develop over the higher terrain of northern and eastern Arizona today. A stray storm could make it into the lower deserts, but otherwise not much to worry about there. For tonight, again, a stray storm around the southern deserts. Otherwise, we should be mostly clear to partly cloudy with overnight lows in the low 80s to low 90s, and then tomorrow it's more the same. Mostly sunny in the morning, partly cloudy in the afternoon. Widely scattered, afternoon and evening showers and storms, mainly over the higher terrain, but a few storms possible in the lower deserts, including Phoenix. We'll put a slight chance, a 10% chance into the forecast, and high temperatures tomorrow, 112 to 116. Now, here we go to Saturday. The ridge continues to drift a little further to the west and takes a position somewhere around or just north of Las Vegas. The flow aloft is out of the northeast at that time. This is a strong ridge, okay? Upper heights are around 597 decameters, so it's going to be hot. But with the flow turning a bit more northeasterly, we will see showers and thunderstorms that develop over the rim country push southwestward toward the lower deserts. Now, how many storms develop over the higher terrain remains to be seen. There may be a bit of a delay in the onset of storms on Saturday over the higher terrain. We could see them more toward the midday and early afternoon hours as opposed to the late morning. So we'll see those storms getting southward toward the lower deserts by late afternoon and early evening. High temperatures on Saturday. This could turn out to be the hottest day. It really depends on when and if those storms get in here, but I'd say highs again, 112 to 117. And again, the hottest deserts of southwest Arizona, southeast California could push toward 120. Now, Saturday night, probably the chance of rain is bumped up a little bit toward around the 30% bracket. But the more than likely outcome from these storms coming in will be strong, gusty, straight-line winds. But a little bit of rain is not out of the question. Sunday, the weather pattern synoptically begins to change. Still, we have the ridge sitting to the west of us, or northwest of us, but we have a trough digging down across the nation's midsection, and now the flow is becoming a bit more amplified. The winds aloft a little stronger, more difluent flow because of the presence of this trough bumping up against the ridge on the eastern flank there. And so more instability is added into the mix and slightly cooler air aloft. And so scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms develop over the higher terrain. And again, with that favorable north to northeasterly flow, those will be pushed southward and southwestward toward the lower deserts. And in this configuration, historically speaking, when we have this kind of a setup, that is when we have seen, again, historically, our biggest bouts of severe weather. Not saying that we're going to have severe weather, but that is always a possibility during the monsoon, and I would say that possibility is slightly elevated given this synoptic setup for Sunday. So it could be a pretty active day Sunday, especially afternoon and Sunday evening, and maybe even Sunday overnight. So we'll watch for that possibility. We've bumped up rain chances as a result into the 40 to 50% bracket here in the lower deserts. Over the higher terrain, I would say rain chances are probably more toward the 70% range or even higher than that in some locations. High temperatures will fall back a few degrees, but probably still remaining above 110 on Sunday, as any storms are more than likely to come in during the afternoon and evening hours when most of the daytime heating has already occurred. Monday, again, scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms over the higher terrain, scattered showers and storms, again, mainly in the afternoon and evening hours here, although some could linger overnight and into the early morning hours. Really depends on any disturbances that break away from this mean trough over the nation's midsection and come on into the southwest, get entrenched in the flow here. But we still expect more or less the same setup. High temperatures fall back a couple more degrees. And then by Tuesday, we probably see highs somewhere between about 103 to 108, just as we did on Monday, with, again, a chance, about a 40% chance of seeing showers and storms here in the lower deserts. They'll primarily be focused in the afternoon and evening hours, but theoretically, they could occur just about any time. But as is always the case in the monsoon, one day is more active, the next day is usually less so. So if Sunday does turn out to be active, Monday may be less so, and then by Tuesday the atmosphere recovers a bit and we see more showers and storms. Obviously, the positioning of this ridge and how this trough over the nation's heartland evolves is going to be a determining factor in how active our weather gets here. Wednesday, it's pretty much the same deal. Scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms. There might be a slight downtrend in the coverage, but still, I expect at least scattered storms around. Mainly focus afternoon and evening hours. Highs still remaining in about the 103 to 109 range across the lower deserts. Here's a week from today. This is Thursday the 25th. Got a trough or an upper low there over western Canada. We've got a 597 ridge that continues to sit right around Las Vegas, so it's going to be hot, okay? Temperatures probably recover a bit with that ridge coming back to around 597 decameters. So we'll again be above 110 degrees here with that threat of afternoon and evening storms. How great that threat is will really depend on the position, the exact location of that ridge. Now, interestingly enough, as we go out 10 days, this is Saturday, the 27th, and the pattern turns a bit more complex here. And again, we're out here toward Fantasyland now, so what happens remains to be seen. But kind of a baggy trough sitting to the north and west of us. We're kind of on the western periphery of a ridge that drastically repositions. Our big 597 ridge just kind of disappears. And a ridge is more focused over the Great Lakes in the eastern part of the country, the Gulf Coast. And we're way out on the western edge of it. There's another ridge over the eastern Pacific, and between those a baggy trough sits. Now, generally speaking, that would be probably a trend that would make us drier, and temperatures would lower quite a bit. In fact, you see the upper heights around 588 to 590 decameters here. Temperatures would drop off quite substantially if that's right, maybe about 10 degrees. We go from highs 110 to 115 to 100 to 105 if that were right, which I don't think it is. I think we're going to see temperatures trend down a bit. Probably not that much, though. And maybe still a chance of showers and storms. These patterns, the global models have really struggled, unusually so for this time of year, way out in this range. Yes, obviously models out at 7 to 10 days usually have some difference, but this is, we've seen quite a few solutions out here. All right, looking at rainfall for Phoenix, this goes out through the 1st of August. It's off the GFS Ensemble. And again, the GFS continues with this idea of a fairly active pattern, not overly so, but still the Ensemble mean up around 2/3 to 3/4 of an inch of rain. European Ensemble is still fairly dry with the Ensemble mean just barely over 1/10 of an inch. And this has been, as we've talked about numerous times here, the difference in the Ensemble members and the global ensembles in general. The GFS has been wetter. The Euro has been drier. You know, if you look historically, the Euro generally biases a little bit wetter. But that has not been the case this season. So right now, I would expect we'll still have a number of showers and storms. Probably the The difference is, I would say, between these two members, probably split the difference. We'll still say fairly active weather is likely with a decent chance we'll see more measurable rain through the month of July. Looking at temperatures off the national blend of models, just disgusting. I mean, look, highs are going to be well above average, not far from record territory, albeit the record high for tomorrow is 119 degrees set just last year. We won't be breaking that. Still, highs probably 115, 116, maybe 117 tomorrow and Saturday, and then lowering somewhat next week. And again, I do think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, highs will probably be just a little bit lower than what's depicted here, given more clouds, higher humidity levels, and chances of rain. But, you know, when looking at these products, we don't like to look at exact numbers, especially out there toward a week out or whatever. We like to look at trends, and the trend is to leave temperatures above average, and that's probably a safe idea given that that's been where we've been at this entire summer so far. I know, summer is always hot, Mike. Yeah, but it's been above average heat, and again, we're not far away from still, we're clearly in second place for the hottest July ever, and I don't think we're going to just magically cool off and fall out of that ranking. So this will still go on record in all probability as being the second hottest July we have ever had. So that is unfortunate. All right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. I'm going to try and take a look here at a live shot outside looking west. You can see there's some rain over the West Valley. That's kind of expanded out a bit. Not heavy rain necessarily. There might be a few brief heavy downpours. Mostly that's light rain out there, but some rumbles of thunder, some light rain, maybe a little bit of a breeze, maybe some wind gusts around 20, 25 miles an hour in the strongest storms there. And that will continue. All right. If you like these videos, yeah, do all that. Subscribe, share, everything, all the stuff YouTubers always tell you to do. And click that thanks icon below the video. Make those monetary contributions if you want to really help us out via PayPal. You can do that. groffshow@gmail.com is the address on PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation, and the proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her videos. They're all linked up down in the description, as is everything else Michelle related, and our streaming station, available 24/7, 365 for your listening pleasure. It is called KMGX. What do we do there? We play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun with that. So I highly encourage you to give that a listen as well. And again, linked up down below. All right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. So again, check that out. And I'm just taking a look here at the radar. There's still a few showers and storms out across the West Valley. So keep that in mind. Next couple of hours, a few showers and storms out there. Enjoy the rain where you can find it. You guys be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated. Have yourselves a absolutely beautiful rest, if I can get this to work, rest of your Thursday. Oh, technology.